Hi, I'm Richard Holcomb, and welcome to Who Rocks New Mexico. Today you'll meet some lovely folks living at Beehive Homes and see why we call them America's greatest generation. We'll also meet businessman, balladeer, and a buddy to Berkey business owners, Bob Farrell, publisher of My ABQ and Business Resource Guides. And we'll spend some time with Mark Johnson of Lossens Construction, whose custom homes just might turn you green with envy. But first, let's meet Buck Buckner and see what's new at Rain Tunnel Car Spas.
You can get your oil changed at one place and your car washed at another. But only at Rain Tunnel Car Spa and Quick Lube, you can do both. We're conveniently located on Central, just east of Eubank, close to Sandia Labs and Kirtland. And it's right here at Rain Tunnel Car Spa and Quick Lube that you'll find a most amazing team dedicated to the cleanest vehicle ever. Shiny clean cars from the inside out and exceptional Valvoline lube service. You can be assured that your vehicle is in good hands as they take it through a complete 20-point maintenance check, carefully checking everything from your engine and cooling system to your brakes, electrical system, and transmission. And of course, we expertly change your oil, top off your fluids, and if needed, we can rotate and replace air with nitrogen to extend the life of your tires. You can get your oil changed in a lot of places, but there's only one Rain Tunnel Car Spa and Quick Lube on Central, east of Eubank. Count on us for a professional lube service and a shiny, clean car.
A lot of places rock our state too. Here's another Travel Guide New Mexico moment. You'll find some of the most beautiful scenery in New Mexico and plenty to do by heading northwest from Rio Rancho on Highway 550. One of the most spectacular sights is Cabazon, a volcanic core rising 2,000 feet straight up above the high desert, a reminder of the volcanic activity once prevalent in many parts of New Mexico. Cabazon is popular with both rock climbers and photographers. One of the great day trips to take in Sandoval County is the Jemez Trail National Scenic Byway. It starts right here at the intersection of Route 550 and 4 in the pastoral community of San Ysidro, which is named after the patron saint of farmers. As you start your journey along the Jemez Mountain Trail, the highway parallels the Jemez River with its beautiful cottonwood-lined bosque. Before you know it, you're in the Pueblo of Jemez.
Well, there's a tremendous amount of history, with Jemez Pueblo, but in a nutshell, we're the sole surviving village that's Towa speaking of the Pueblo communities here in New Mexico. We're located, northwest of Albuquerque, about 40 miles. Our tribal membership is around 3,500, and probably more than, around 2,500 maybe live in our community. The visitor center was constructed here in what we call the Red Rocks area. The visitor center also not only has a gift shop, but also we have a small museum. Tells a little bit about the history of Jemez, its emergence, and where we are today. So anybody that comes to the visitor center hopefully will get a better sense of Jemez and its people and its migration and where we are today. We like to encourage everyone, to come and visit us in Jemez Pueblo, at the visitor center and learn more about our history and our culture.
One of the things I've learned in my many years of traveling New Mexico is that you positively cannot stop at Jemez Pueblo and not buy a piece of fresh baked fry bread. Fried, not baked. Wonderful.
Hi, welcome to the Jemez State Monuments. It was, the Jemez State Monument was established in the 1930s to protect the Pueblo of Quisiwa and the San Jose de los Mission Church. The Pueblo was occupied 200 years before the Spanish first came in the 1500s, and the mission here was built and established in 1621, designed by the Spanish, and it was built by Jemez people. It's a unique design in New Mexico. Its walls are fairly thick, at least 7 feet thick, and the bell tower is unique also. It's located in the back of the mission instead of in the front. So this one was built in the back, utilizing the hillside, and it's also octagonal in shape.
Just up the road from Jemez Pueblo is the village of Jemez Springs. The village has numerous restaurants, bed and breakfast, galleries, a country store, and a saloon. Weary travelers can wash the dust off with a dip into the past at the 130-year-old Jemez Springs bathhouse. There are many hot springs in the Jemez, and farther up the Jemez Mountain Trail, you'll encounter the Soda Dam, a popular site for those looking for a more natural hot springs experience. A little further up the road, you'll find Battleship Rock, a sheer cliff at the confluence of the east and west forks of the Jemez River. For those who like to camp and fish, nearby Fenton Lake State Park is a popular year-round retreat surrounded by ponderosa pines and a great place for the entire family to catch both rainbow and brown trout. Hear the thunder, lightning all around us. It's going to rain in just a couple minutes here because it's monsoon season in New Mexico. But none of that compares to what happened 1.2 million years ago right on this spot when a violent volcanic eruption happened. It blew the top right off the Jemez Mountains, and the crater imploded on itself, leaving this beautiful 14-square-mile area that we call Valles Caldera. And that means crater, and that's just what this is. Now, most of the time when you think about a volcano, you think about a big mountain with lava pouring out. Well, this isn't the case here because the top of the mountain got blown off. Whether you're looking for a day trip or an overnighter, you'll want to be sure to put the Jemez Mountain Trail Scenic Byway on your itinerary. Up next, energy-efficient home building and with a New Mexico style.
It's back, the El Ranchito de los Niños Home of Your Own house raffle. It's your chance to win a D.R. Horton home and help provide what every child deserves.
To be safe in our home.
Not to be hurt.
To grow up with our brothers and sisters.
Win a beautiful D.R. Horton home at La Contista in Northwest Albuquerque or $100,000 cash. It's simple, it's easy, and you're helping kids. Order by phone or online. Call 889-6040 or visit elranchitonm.org today.
What you don't need when it's time to close your mortgage is a nameless, faceless voice at the other end of a 1-800 number. What you do need is a licensed local loan officer who will attend your closing, sit with you and answer every one of the questions that you will surely have as you read and sign over 57 legal documents. At Frost Mortgage, we're licensed, we're professional, and we're local. We don't just close loans, we open doors.
Pairing today's technology and New Mexico's heritage when it comes to home building is exactly what Los Ebanistas Construction is doing in New Mexico.
Well, we started the company in 1978. I moved here from California. I had a woodworking business in California. When I came to Dixon here, I got interested in Spanish colonial furniture. I was able to rent a room in the old Catholic school building. Subsequently, we got recognized for our fine woodworking skills, and that grew into the custom home market. We hold licenses in general building, in mechanical contracting, and plumbing, and electrical contracting, and solar PV and solar thermal services. We're real service oriented. We have people that we've built houses for 25 years ago that still call us back to do additions.
Mark's attention to detail was incredible because what I do is detail only. And Mark's understanding of detail and being a cabinet maker and understanding the process was flawless. It's incredible. The service is always there. To give you a good example, when the gas went out here in northern New Mexico, it was out for a week. Mark, unsolicited, went and bought as many electric heaters as he could, and unasked, he came here and delivered 2 heaters. And he did that with most of his clients.
We've always grown within our means over the years. We've never borrowed money. We've never been under a lot of stress. Our price markup is 7%. That is way different than a lot of other companies, and we've been able to do that because we've never tried to get rich on one job.
His markup is very reasonable. I think it's probably too low, to be perfectly honest. He does a great job. I would highly recommend him.
One of the things that draws folks to our company is that it is a family-owned business. My father-in-law, Mark, he has owned and operated Los Ebanistas for over, since the 1970s, and he has always worked closely with his clients. My husband, Zach, does cabinet making, home building, and he also is involved in the solar aspect of the business.
Since I was a little kid, I've been working with my dad in this shop, watching him tinker with woodworking tools my whole life, and I finally graduated school and came back to start woodworking with my dad and took it up, and I really enjoy what we do, making cabinets. And now what's very exciting is getting into the solar industry, that we get to talk about these new technologies in solar and get to install systems on these people's homes, and it's a very empowering job after you see that meter turn backwards.
What we have behind us here is the Taos Charter School Community Solar Array. It's a 100 kilowatt project. It's the first project in all of New Mexico to be a community solar array. The nice thing about this concept, the community solar concept, is that it allows consumers who may not have an ideal location for solar at their residence or business to participate in a solar program. And what it does is a consumer for either their home or business is allowed to purchase either 1 panel, 5 panels, or even 10 panels. Once they purchase a panel, they are able to realize the same utility credits as if it were at their own home. So their bill is going to decrease without even having to have a solar system installed at their house.
It's time to dispel the myth that solar is too expensive. In just the last few years, solar costs have dropped about 2/3. Making a residential system an 8 or 9 year payback and a business system 5 or 6 year payback. And then for the next 25 or 30 years after that, you'll have free electricity. The time is right for solar. Let us help you become more environmentally friendly, help your pocketbook, and improve the value of your home.
Up next, cowboy crooner and savvy businessman.
This is where many songs become one, and life dances in perfect rhythm. This is everyday life when it's embraced by the extraordinary. Like no place you've ever been before. This is Albuquerque.
Hi, I'm Doug Wilson, the owner of American Tire and Service. Do you know what makes a great mechanic? What makes one shop better than another? Training is mighty important. Certification? You bet. Experience? The more the better. Knowledge? Cars are complicated nowadays, and believe me, these mechanics need to know a lot. But do you know what really makes a great mechanic? Heart. It's a passion that drives a mechanic to do the right thing every time. At American Tire, it's the first thing we look for in a mechanic. Of course they have the training, the certifications, the experience, and the knowledge. But heart is what makes it all work for you and for us. Our entire team is dedicated to professional service. We all know that's what it takes to bring you back. We've been helping people like you for over 25 years. We're locally owned and proud to serve you. Come ask for me by name, Doug Wilson. I'd love to serve you.
American Tire and Service on Highway 528 between Southern and Northern. The only guys for you.
Bob Farrell, publisher, balladeer, and businessman. And his publications, the Albuquerque Business Resource Guide and My ABQ Guide, are a hit with local businesses.
Jason Mayer and myself, we worked for a national company out of San Diego doing military and chamber relocation guides. And we decided to start our own publication in Las Vegas for a niche that wasn't there and was serving all the business community. Everywhere that somebody moves, they really need a relocation guide to help them get acclimated to the new area. So we found it wasn't just Las Vegas that could use both of these type of publications. It was every major city that we went to.
In 2008 is when Bob kind of approached me about the idea of starting the Business Resource Guide or starting a publication in general, and we kind of put together all of the experiences we'd had. Bob is very passionate about connecting people, and that's what makes him a great salesperson.
There are no other magazines that are specifically and uniquely about businesses. So we chose Business Resource Guide because it was a unique publication about businesses. Not only are we pleased with the Business Resource Guide, but during the Business Resource Guide, he also created My ABQ Guide. I'm not here to try to sell Bob. Bob sells himself. He is, what you see is what you get. We continue to advertise because we like the results.
I'd like to introduce you to Kathy Bomsey. She's our Director of Business Development. She's been with the company now for 2 years, just had her anniversary with us, and she does a great job of cultivating business in town.
One of my main tasks is to bring in new clients for Business Resource Guide and My ABQ Guide. I feel proud to stand behind both our publications. I feel proud to have my name on the masthead. I feel they're quality publications and that there's really nothing else like them in town.
You know, I clearly would recommend the Albuquerque Business Resource Guide for businesses looking to work with other businesses. I think it's an excellent way of reaching out to the business community here. Actually, with the relocation guide, we have used it for recruitment of employees that might be moving to town.
As an Air Force veteran, there are a lot of things that I hold dear to me, and one of the things I was doing while I was working here is trying to find what's really important to me, and I found this organization called Paws and Stripes, and they take care of military veterans as well as dogs and animals. They help save both of those.
Paws and Stripes is a nonprofit organization that provides service dogs to disabled veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder as well as traumatic brain injuries. What Bob's told us is that he's found a spot in his heart for Paws and Stripes. To be quite honest with you, I have a lot of people that I bump into, especially in the Albuquerque area, that all of a sudden they see the Paws and Stripes truck and they're bringing up the whole, you know, we saw your article in the Business Resource Guide, and I was like, wow, okay, that's kind of cool. And then you start to realize that we would have never been able to touch these people if it wasn't for that publication. You know, life has a way of coming full circle, and with the help of Bob and the Business Resource Guide and the publication, we've been able to get out and really touch a lot more individuals as far as with what Paws and Stripes does and our mission statements.
Bob Farrell, the musician. I have been playing music my first time on stage. My father was a musician in the Boston area. It's my one release where I can say I'm away from work. I think about just music, and it's a wonderful thing.
Dreams I've always had are coming true. A heart that was alone and beats for two. A life I'll share with you till the end of time. Thank God it all came together to make you mine. So many things had to happen just to make one chance. More than just a random act. Circumstance, I guess the angels up above put in some overtime, so it all came together, and now I find.
Up next, compassion, dignity, and a loving home.
We'd like to introduce you to First Tuesdays, a networking event created specifically for business owners and executives, giving you the opportunity to interact on a personal level.
Mark your calendar for the first Tuesday in January and every first Tuesday in 2014.
4:30 to 6:30 at Hotel Albuquerque's Q Bar for free hors d'oeuvres, happy hour cash bar, and networking with fellow business owners and executives.
It's new, it's social, and it's your opportunity to make new connections, share ideas, and build new relationships with your peers.
No pressure, no speakers, no roster, and no rules.
And name tags with first names only, so the focus is on you rather than your company.
We're confident it will lead to bigger and better things for you and our community.
It's First Tuesdays for business owners and executives.
And it all kicks off on Tuesday, January 7th, 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. at Hotel Albuquerque.
I like
Where everyone knows your name.
Wonderful.
It's about you, not your title. Be there.
Need office space? 3791 Southern Boulevard in Rio Rancho represents an outstanding value in office space in the heart of Rio Rancho's business district. With clean and versatile space available, 3791 Southern Boulevard is a 2-story office building and offers good visibility with signage opportunities for tenants. There's only one suite of up to 2,700 square feet still available, so act now. For more information, call David at 505-259-3706.
Hi, I just saw Robert Wagner on television reading a script about reverse mortgages. You know, Robert doesn't know anything about reverse mortgages, but I do. Every month at Frost Mortgage, we loan hundreds of thousands of dollars to seniors to eliminate their mortgage payments for the rest of their lives. How much better would your life be if you didn't have a mortgage payment to make next month? If you're 62 or older, give us a call and we'll show you how this wonderful mortgage program works.
As we and our loved ones age, it's heartwarming to know that there are caregivers like Beehive Homes, providing a compassionate, loving environment for the elderly to live in dignity.
It was an evening fellowship. And what I thought was, there is nobody like her.
Well, there was a special magnetic attraction.
Oh my, yes.
It wasn't long, and after I talked to him, then I kind of knew he was special. We had never been apart since 1951. When we got married. Back in March of 2011, we went for a checkup and they explained that he would do better in a facility where there was medical care. He lived in the nursing home and I stayed in the condo back here and would drive to see him every day. That was the first Christmas we had been separated, so that was kind of a rough time.
She has been such a kind and loving trooper.
We had a little trouble finding the assisted living places, one that would take both of us, because it's a challenge for them to take husband and wife. This place provides us to be able to do that. We really were tickled when they said we could live together. We were kind of used to being together, and so it had to work. And it has, yeah. Care for me is to live with my husband.
Care is living face to face and day by day with my wife. Care is Beehive Homes.
Let's check out Rio Rancho's latest state-of-the-art medical facility.
As you can see, SRMC is just a beautiful hospital with a great setting. Our patients love to come out here, especially those that spend the night and have inpatient stays. The views of the mountains are beautiful, and we combine state-of-the-art operating rooms, intensive care units, and hospital rooms to get healing for our patients.
In everything we do here at UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center, the patient is always our #1 priority. That includes providing expert emergency and trauma care.
The ER, it's a brand new facility that, being new and bright and welcoming, is an excellent way to receive patients into the system. Patients can be triaged by a nurse and evaluated very quickly and then brought back to a room and seen by a physician in a very timely fashion. Sandoval Regional Medical Center was built with 6 state-of-the-art operating rooms, including a Da Vinci robot. The rooms were built so that we can accommodate bariatric surgery, and they were built specifically, several rooms for orthopedic, including joint replacement surgery.
Orthopedics is a specialty to get people back in function, whether it's with their hands, walking, using their arms. That's what we do.
The very same staff that would provide your care as a patient after having surgery in our hospital also provides the same care for you as an outpatient in our outpatient facilities. We feature state-of-the-art machines and have the most therapeutic view in the Rio Rancho Valley.
So another outstanding feature at Sandoval Regional Medical Center is that we have the only inpatient geriatric psychiatry unit in the state. And this is a unit where we can take care of both the medical and the psychiatric needs of older patients age 55 and older, whether it's a medical problem, surgical problem, or a psychiatric issue such as severe anxiety or depression or dementia. It can all be taken care of in one unit dedicated to that.
We're able to provide superb medical care for the patients who do come to our facility, and that's what matters.
Sandoval Regional Medical Center is also distinguished by its state-of-the-art radiology and imaging capabilities. Quite literally the best in the state. And when it comes to CT scans, we're the only hospital that combines an open scanner with ambient lighting, allowing patients to select their favorite room-filled colors and scenes, which greatly minimizes anxiety.
At first I felt really nervous about the big machine and everything until they turned the room my favorite color, which is blue. And there's really cool pictures on the wall, which made me feel really good about everything.
Helping our patients relax, feel comfortable, and be well informed is integral to our healing process here at UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center. And when you combine our patient-first focus with state-of-the-art facility, the best technological advances in the state, and incomparable care by a team that puts you and your health first, it's clear to see Sandoval Regional Medical Center is a hospital unlike any other. Best of all, it's your hospital.
Well, that's Who Rocks for this week. I hope you liked the show as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. For more information on the Who Rocks segments or to find out how your organization can rock New Mexico, we invite you to go online to whorocksnm.com. I'm Richard Holcomb, inviting you to join us again next week for another Who Rocks New Mexico. Have a great week, everybody.